Blackheads are one of the most common, most persistent, and most misunderstood skin concerns. Many people think of them as dirty pores, so they try to scrub them away, squeeze them out, or strip the skin with harsh cleansers. But blackheads are not dirt, and the most effective prevention plan is not aggressive. The best results come from gentle, consistent habits that keep pores clear, support a healthy skin barrier, and reduce the conditions that cause plugs to form inside follicles. What you're about to hear is general educational information, not a personal medical diagnosis. If you have severe acne, painful nodules, scarring, widespread rash, or you feel unsure about product choices, especially if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, or using prescription medications, please consult a qualified healthcare professional for individualized guidance. To prevent blackheads, it helps to understand exactly what they are. A blackhead is an open come-done. Inside each pore is a hair follicle and a sebaceous gland that produces sebum, the skin's natural oil. Your skin also sheds dead cells every day. When shedding is balanced and the follicle stays open, sebum and dead cells move out normally. A blackhead forms when dead cells and sebum become sticky and collect in the follicle, creating a plug. Because the top of the plug is exposed to air, the material darkens through oxidation and looks black or dark gray. That dark color is not a sign that you are unclean. It's a chemical process and a visual effect at the pore opening. This matters because your goal is not to scrub away black. Your goal is to prevent the plug from forming, and to keep the follicle lining shedding smoothly so debris does not get trapped. Blackheads tend to cluster on the nose, central cheeks, forehead, and chin because these areas have a higher density of oil glands. Genetics plays a big role in how oily your skin is and how easily pores clog. Hormones also influence sebum production. This is why blackheads are common in teenagers and young adults, and why they can flare with menstrual cycles, stress, sleep disruption, and certain medication or endocrine conditions. Environmental factors matter too. Heat, humidity, sweat, occlusion, friction, and heavy products can all increase the chance that pores will clog. Even small habits, touching the face frequently, resting the chin on a hand, wearing tight masks or helmets, letting hair products sit on the forehead, can make blackheads worse in specific zones. One of the biggest reasons blackheads keep returning is that many routines focus only on cleansing and oil control, but not on the actual biology of pore plugging. Cleansing removes surface oil, sweat, sunscreen, and makeup residue, but it does not reliably normalize the way the follicle lining sheds. Prevention usually requires at least one proven active ingredient that works inside the pore. The two most evidence-based categories for blackhead prevention are salicylic acid, also called beta-hydroxy acid or BHA, and topical retinoids, which include over-the-counter retinol and prescription-strength retinoids. Salicylic acid is oil-soluble, meaning it can travel into oily follicles and help loosen the mixture of sebum and dead cells. Retinoids reduce come-done formation by normalizing cell turnover in the follicle lining, making it less likely that dead cells clump together and form plugs. Before we talk about actives, we need to build the foundation of a routine that your skin can tolerate long-term. Blackhead prevention is not a one-week sprint. It's a steady routine you can maintain for months and years. If your routine is too harsh, you'll get irritation, redness, stinging, peeling, and you'll either quit or start cycling through products. That cycle usually makes pores more reactive and can worsen congestion. A stable routine begins with gentle cleansing, consistent moisturizing, and daily sun protection. Those steps reduce irritation, improve treatment tolerance, and protect the skin barrier, which is essential for healthy, predictable shedding inside the follicle. Let's start with cleansing, because it sets the stage for everything else. The ideal cleanser for blackhead-prone skin is gentle but effective. You want something that removes sunscreen, makeup, sweat, and excess oil without stripping the skin. That stripped, squeaky clean feeling is not a sign of success. It often means your barrier lipids were removed, which can trigger dryness and inflammation. Inflammation and barrier disruption can cause the pore opening to swell and trap debris, and it can also stimulate rebound oiliness. For most people, washing twice daily, morning and night, is a good baseline. If your skin is very dry or sensitive, you may do better with a morning rinse or a very gentle cleanse and a full cleanse at night. If you sweat heavily or exercise, cleansing soon afterward helps prevent sweat, oil, and bacteria from sitting on the skin and mixing with debris. Technique matters more than most people realize. Use lukewarm water, not hot water. Hot water increases irritation and can worsen redness. Apply cleanser with fingertips, not harsh scrubs or rough cleansing tools. Massage gently for around 20 seconds, especially on the nose, inner cheeks, chin, and forehead. Then rinse thoroughly and pat the skin dry with a clean towel. Rubbing aggressively can create microirritation that makes pores more reactive. Gentle is not weak. Gentle is strategic, because it allows you to keep going consistently. At night, cleansing is especially important because you must remove sunscreen and any makeup or environmental residue. If you use water-resistant sunscreen, long-wear foundation, or heavy makeup, consider a gentle double cleanse. This can mean first using a mild cleansing balm or cleansing oil to dissolve sunscreen and makeup, then following with your regular cleanser to remove residue. The purpose is not to cleanse twice with harsh products. The purpose is to remove films thoroughly so pores are not reclogged by leftover product. If double cleansing makes you feel dry, choose a gentler first cleanser or keep it only for heavy makeup days. Now let's address moisturizing, because skipping moisturizer is one of the most common mistakes in blackhead-prone skin. Many people fear that moisturizer will clog pores, but dehydrated skin can actually become more comedone-prone. When the barrier is disrupted, the surface can become rough and flaky, and flakes can mix with oil and contribute to plugging. Also, when skin is overly dry, the body may produce more oil to compensate. The goal is a lightweight moisturizer that hydrates and supports the barrier without feeling heavy. Many people do well with moisturizers that contain humectants like glycerin or hyaluronic acid and barrier-supporting ingredients like ceramides. Texture matters. Gel creams and light lotions are often comfortable for oily or combination skin, while drier skin may need a richer but still non-greasy formula. The best moisturizer is the one your skin tolerates daily without making you feel coated. Daily sun protection is essential, even if your main concern is blackheads. Sun exposure contributes to long-term skin thickening and uneven texture, which can make pores look more obvious. It can also worsen redness and discoloration from acne. If you are using exfoliating acids or retinoids, sun protection becomes even more important because these ingredients can increase sun sensitivity and make irritation more likely. Choose a broad-spectrum sunscreen you can wear every day. If you're prone to clogged pores, you may prefer lightweight fluid or gel formulas labeled non-comedogenic. If one sunscreen seems to worsen congestion, don't give up on sunscreen. Try a different texture, because daily sun protection is one of the best long-term investments in smooth skin. With a solid foundation in place, we can add targeted prevention. Salicylic acid is one of the most direct and effective options for blackheads because of its oil-soluble nature. It helps loosen the material inside the pore and reduces the formation of new clogs. You can find it in cleansers and leave-on products. Leave-on products often work better for prevention because they remain on the skin longer. However, a salicylic acid cleanser can be a good starting point for sensitive skin if left-on acids feel too strong. If you use a leave-on salicylic acid product, start slowly. 2 or 3 nights per week is a reasonable beginning. Apply a thin layer to blackhead-prone zones after cleansing and drying your skin. Follow with moisturizer. After 2 to 3 weeks, if your skin is comfortable, meaning only mild, temporary dryness, you can increase frequency. If you feel burning, persistent redness, or significant peeling, reduce frequency and focus on barrier support. Retinoids are the long-term cornerstone for many people because they change the way the follicle lining behaves. Blackheads form when shedding inside the pore becomes sticky and uneven. Retinoids help normalize shedding, keeping the pore clear and reducing comedone formation. They also improve overall texture with consistent use. The most important rule with retinoids is to start low and slow. Use a pea-sized amount for the entire face, not a large blob. Apply to dry skin because applying to damp skin can increase absorption and irritation. Begin 2 nights per week for about 2 weeks, then every other night for several weeks, then consider nightly if your skin remains calm. Moisturizer is crucial. If you are prone to sensitivity, use the moisturizer sandwich method. Apply moisturizer, then a small amount of retinoid, then moisturizer again. This can significantly improve tolerance. Some people want to use both salicylic acid and a retinoid, and that can be effective, but it should be done carefully. Early on, using both every day is a common path to irritation. A safer approach is to alternate nights. For example, one night salicylic acid, another night a retinoid, with rest nights focused on moisturizing. Over time, you can adjust frequency based on your skin's response. The goal is not maximum intensity. The goal is maximum consistency without irritation. It's also helpful to understand what progress looks like so you don't get discouraged. Blackheads form slowly, and prevention works slowly. With salicylic acid, some people notice smoother texture in a couple of weeks, but visible blackhead reduction often takes 4 to 8 weeks of consistent use. With retinoids, improvement often becomes clearer after 8 to 12 weeks, and the best results may take several months. During early retinoid use, some people experience a temporary increase in small bumps as microclogs surface faster. This can feel like a setback, but it's often temporary. The biggest mistake is to panic and add more harsh products. If your skin is not severely irritated, stay consistent, moisturize well, and give it time. If you are irritated, reduce frequency and rebuild the barrier. Barrier care is a major part of blackhead prevention that people overlook. If your face stings when you apply basic products, or if you see persistent redness, tightness, and peeling, your barrier is likely compromised. In that situation, the best move is to simplify: gentle cleanser, moisturizer, sunscreen, and pause strong actives until comfort returns. Once calm, reintroduce one active slowly. Healthy barrier function supports smoother shedding and more predictable oil balance, which directly helps reduce congestion. Now let's talk about exfoliation and scrubbing, because this is where many people accidentally worsen blackheads. Physical scrubs can create micro tears and irritation, especially in delicate areas like the nose and inner cheeks. Irritation can cause the pore opening to swell and trap material, making blackheads more persistent. If you want exfoliation, chemical exfoliation is usually a better choice, and for blackheads that typically means salicylic acid. Alpha hydroxy acids like glycolic and lactic acid can improve surface brightness and smoothness, but they are less targeted for oily pores than BHA. If you add an AHA, keep it occasional and avoid stacking it with a retinoid on the same night early on. Pore strips and aggressive extraction devices can also be tempting because they give a dramatic visual result. Pore strips may remove some surface plugs, but they do not correct the underlying pattern that creates blackheads. They can also irritate the pore opening and cause more congestion in the days that follow. Home extraction tools and sharp instruments increase the risk of inflammation, broken capillaries, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, and scarring. If you have a stubborn blackhead that doesn't improve with consistent routine care, professional extraction performed by a trained clinician is safer than squeezing or scraping at home. Picking and squeezing are especially risky because they can transform a non-inflammatory blackhead into an inflamed pimple. When you squeeze, you may push material deeper or rupture the follicle wall, triggering inflammation. This can lead to prolonged redness and sometimes scarring, particularly in areas like the nose and cheeks. Even if you get something out, the trauma can cause swelling that makes the pore clog again. Prevention works best when you leave pores alone and allow actives to loosen plugs gradually. A frequent source of frustration is the nose. Many people feel like blackheads on the nose never fully go away. In some cases, those dots are true blackheads, but in many cases they are sebaceous filaments. Sebaceous filaments are normal structures that line pores and help move sebum to the surface. They can look like tiny gray or dark dots, and they refill quickly after you clear them because they are part of normal anatomy. A consistent routine can make them less noticeable by keeping pores cleaner, but they may not disappear completely. Recognizing this helps you avoid overtreating and irritating your skin in a cycle of trying to erase something that is partially normal. Let's discuss product choices beyond actives, because product texture and removal habits can strongly influence blackheads. Sunscreen and makeup are important, but they must be chosen and removed correctly. Heavier, waxier, or very occlusive products can increase congestion in some people. Non-comedogenic labeling can help, but it is not perfect, and people vary. If you notice blackheads worsen after introducing a new sunscreen, primer, foundation, or moisturizer, remove that product for 2 weeks and observe. Change one product at a time so you can identify the culprit. At night, remove makeup and sunscreen thoroughly, especially around the nose creases, chin, and jawline where residue can linger. Clean brushes and sponges regularly because they can accumulate oils and product buildup that transfers back onto the skin. Hair products are another hidden contributor, especially for forehead and temple blackheads. Pomades, heavy oils, leave-in conditioners, and styling creams can transfer to the forehead and clog pores along the hairline. If you have blackheads in those areas, keep styling products away from the scalp edges, avoid letting oily hair rest on the forehead, and cleanse the hairline carefully at night. Washing pillowcases regularly can also help, especially if you use hair products that transfer. Friction and occlusion are major triggers for blackheads around the mouth and chin. Masks, helmets, chin straps, tight collars, and frequent face touching create warmth and humidity that trap oil and debris. If you wear a mask for long periods, cleanse after extended wear, use a light moisturizer to reduce friction, and avoid heavy occlusive products under the mask. Replace disposable masks as recommended, and wash reusable masks frequently with a gentle, fragrance-free detergent. This is not about obsessing over cleanliness, it's about reducing a predictable occlusive environment that encourages comedones. Men and anyone who shaves can also experience congestion and blackheads along the beard area due to shaving irritation and product occlusion. Use a gentle shaving product, shave with minimal pressure, and moisturize afterward. Avoid layering heavy balms that feel greasy. If you use aftershave, choose one that does not sting or heavily dry the skin, because irritation can worsen follicular plugging. Lifestyle factors do not cause blackheads on their own, but they can influence oil production, inflammation, and your skin's ability to tolerate treatments. Sleep matters because poor sleep can raise stress hormones that influence sebum output. Stress matters for similar reasons. Exercise is excellent for overall health, but sweat left on the skin can mix with oil and contribute to congestion, so rinse and cleanse after workouts. Hydration supports skin comfort and barrier resilience. It won't flush pores, but it can help your skin tolerate actives better, which improves consistency. Diet is often discussed in acne prevention, and the most honest approach is individualized. Some people notice acne worsens with high glycemic foods, frequent sugary snacks, and refined carbohydrates, because of how these foods can influence insulin pathways and inflammation. Some individuals notice flares with high dairy intake. These effects are not universal, and extreme restriction is not necessary for most people. A balanced diet emphasizing fiber, vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, and healthy fats supports overall skin health. If you suspect a dietary trigger, test one change at a time for several weeks and observe. The goal is to find a sustainable pattern, not to chase perfection. Now let's create a practical daily plan you can follow. In the morning, your goal is to clear overnight oil and prepare the skin for the day without stripping. A gentle cleanse is usually enough, then a lightweight moisturizer if needed, then sunscreen. In the evening, your goal is to remove sunscreen and residue thoroughly, apply your chosen active, then moisturize. If you are starting salicylic acid, use it a few nights per week and build up gradually. If you are starting a retinoid, use it 2 nights per week at first, then increase slowly. If your skin becomes irritated, reduce frequency and focus on moisturizing until calm. This simple structure, followed consistently, is what prevents blackheads.